Good evening. Ian here, or Fiend, to do a quick review of Outlast. Alright, that's enough of the creepy voice. So I just wanted to do a quick review of Outlast. If you guys have seen our Super Barley Brothers YouTube page, you've seen that there's a whole gambit of videos of me playing through the game. And really super duperly enjoying myself. Yeah. But to be honest with you, I mean, it was a really good game. Let me just kind of run down some of the things that I really like about the game real fast. The game does a really good job of creating atmosphere. There wasn't a single time in the game that I wasn't on edge because it did such a wonderful job of putting things together in such a way that it always seemed spooky and creepy. In fact, there were times before I would sit down to play it that I didn't want to. I didn't want to turn it on because I was that afraid of the game. Um, Not saying that I'm a scaredy cat, but so it did a really good job of setting that tone. The sound effects in the game were phenomenal, just really really good. Especially if you're going to play the game, I highly suggest having a set of headphones. Wow, with the black and white filter, I don't know how well that comes across. Headphones make it really good. Puts the audio all up in your ears properly, like a lot of the little whispers and things along those lines are done in such a way that it really really immerses you into the particular situation that you're in. I don't want to give too much away, but there was one that scared the bejesus out of me. The visuals were awesome. And I'm starting to sound like someone that just absolutely loves the game. Um, the design of the asylum and how everything was laid out and the way they deteriorated the walls, the particular types of textures that they used for the walls, the textures used as the skins for the models of the people that the variants that were chasing you, and then everybody else that was just hanging out in the asylum. Really good, really well done. It very, I mean, just from the outset, even the way the lighting was done when you're first looking on the asylum, it's already fairly creepy. Granted, you know that you're playing a horror game, so of course it's going to be creepy anyways. Being in that full first person view also gives that aspect that I always really liked about the original Silent Hill game, where you can only see what you're shown. The first Silent Hill to me was way more frightening because a lot of it was based around that flashlight. You would get into certain areas and that flashlight would show just a small cone of what was actually in the room. So that would be all that you could see. And doing the night vision camera in Outlast, it's one of those things where as soon as the battery starts running low and the camera starts pulling back because it can't do the night vision, it starts making it harder to see, which created more tension. There's also a scene where you go outside during a rainstorm, and the audio in that was really good. It actually frustrated me because it was one of these things where I knew there would be somebody out there trying to get me, and I couldn't hear the subtle sound cues for the guy walking around me because of the rain. And it did come to that point where eventually in the courtyard, I'm just running around, just trying to get out because I just didn't want to have my head ripped off. The big guy, he was looking for he was cuckoo for the Cocoa Puffs that was all up in my brain head. Um, but other than that, the sound, the music, it was all really good. I thought it was balanced very well. I haven't bought Whistleblower yet, mainly because I've heard that it's only 2 hours, so I'm not tacking that onto this review. But I would say if you ever really had a love for horror games and you haven't played Outlast, I would say go ahead and give it a buy. Um, I would give it a 4. That sits fairly high. The controls were really good. A little not once you okay when you were taught the controls, and then if you continued playing the game, then it was fine. If you played the game and then on your off time from playing that game or playing some other first person shooter or something along those lines, the controls did not mingle well. So there was a lot of times when I would first start into a play session where I'd have to relearn the controls. And there was one when I couldn't even figure out how to change out the batteries in the camera, but that's all me. And then on the Xbox One, you don't have a manual, and when you call up to see the manual, it actually just does a website, but it snaps it to the side, and for some reason it was just off the edge. Like I could get to the point where it would show me the controls, but the actual buttons. So it would say like reload camera, change night vision, you know, things along those lines down this particular bar here. But then the button listings would be here, but the screen cuts off here. So it didn't help me at all. I just had to just fumble through it real quick and figure out what the controls were. Other than that, really good sound design, really good art direction. A lot of it was really well done. A little too much on the Wink Dink twins. But other than that, the big guy was good. The Wall Rider, scary as shit. Other than that, again, I give it a 4. I highly recommend it if you've got a few bucks to drop on a horror game. Again, I played it on the Xbox One, but I'm sure it plays just as well on all the other systems that it's available for. Thanks for checking us out. Yeah, I will probably be doing more horror games in the future because apparently I'm the guy in the group that likes horror games now because I did one. All right. Well, so I appreciate you swinging by and checking us out. Don't forget to check us out at superbarleybrothers.com or superbarleybros.com. I always mess that up. You can also check out our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/superbarleybros. Oh, excuse me. And just hang out with us. We've also got Twitter, YouTube. Just give us a quick search. You can find us. We got all sorts of content up there. Thanks for checking this out. Leave a like, or a no, or a comment, or something along those lines down in the description below. Down in the description, in the comments below. The description's where I write stuff. Okay. I did great at this. Yeah. All right. Again, 4 out of 5 for Outlast. I thought it was a good play. Really good job, Red Barrel. Thanks a lot. Thanks for playing.